Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Now, I don't like on this channel to say "I told you so" because it's rude and it's obnoxious, and we don't do that. We don't. I almost with a straight face that was. We don't do that here. However, there is this movement growing at the moment on the progressive side. Remember, there is no left or right. It hasn't been there for at least a couple of decades. There is progressive on one side, and they want more control and more lockdown and more doubling down. Or the complete other end of the spectrum, and it is a bit of a distance, is anarchy. Absolute crazy, like out there, kind of like free for all, and yeah. So that is the real spectrum. That is what's been going on, and that kind of stuff. And that is why there is no choice between the two parties. Blah blah blah. 3 parties, 4 parties. That's why. So not only are they, there was a drinking game this week that I would recommend not to do. People labeling themselves this, that, and the other. There is now anyone but Farage. This is what we're going to be talking about here. This strategic voting malarkey to try and prevent. Bearing in mind, it's interesting that it's being built now, when allegedly the election is years away. Just a little asterisk there. However, it is also interesting because they're exposing themselves once again. Not only are they labeling themselves as progressive and progressivism and all that kind of stuff in the last couple of days, where we were ahead of the game, but they are now actively clubbing together the Greens, Lib Dems, SNP, Labour, all together. Plaid Cymru. I keep forgetting about you, my sweets. I don't mean to. All clubbing together to try and be strategic 4D chess to try and keep out anyone but Farage. The best question is, why? Because if you like democracy, then surely people should be voting on what they want to do. If you say one thing and you seem to be doing something else entirely, if you see what I'm saying, it's why. Why? If democracy is good and you stand up for democracy, why? So, this is what we're going to be doing. I don't think it's going to be a quick one, to be honest with you, and it feels like I'm going to be shuffling instead of the usual foundation of the reading here. But I wanted to check in to see where this is going to go, if this is going to work. And I remind you, the parties are basically a lie, just so you know, just to remind you. So here we go. Let's find out, because these feel ready to go. Where's this going to go? Anyone but Farage movement. How's this going to go for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. How's this going to go? Because like I said, 6 of Pentacles, give and take, scratching each other's back. You see what I'm saying? It's. I said this the other day, and I'm going to say it again. 9 times out of 10, whatever they claim the left, bunny floppy ears, even though they don't exist, claim the other side are doing, 9 times out of 10, they have done it, are doing it, and they're like slapping it onto the other side kind of thing. But, what do I know? Chariot, overarching energy. 6 of Pentacles, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Interesting, that's the only one that's flapped out, isn't it? 2 of Cups, there you go. Full card on the wonk. So this is confirmation of what's happening here. Trying to determination, anything but. But the fact that the full card is on the wonk, it's not going to be enough. It's just it's almost like the energy I'm getting here, and I'm not trying to belittle anybody, as you know, but the energy I'm getting here is it's a fool's errand. It's you know, it's fool's gold. It's not, the numbers are not going to match. It just ain't gonna happen. So let's use this deck and go a little bit further here. Each time I'm gonna cut and three for the greatest good. So thank you. Always be appreciative. Yes. So, Six of Pentacles. Yeah. People are rejecting what they've got to offer. So they've got to, like, these holier than thou self-righteous people, walking people, are now playing dirty. They're rejected. Yeah. Page of Wands, researching ideas, possibilities, concepts. This is my Googling card. Yeah, collecting data. And then topsy-turvy. Two of Pentacles. This is trying to balance it out. They're doing the research right now. They're clubbing together to try and balance out the surge of reform. This, if anything, is showing their true colours. And this is what I've been saying for the last couple of days, is that these people need to be called out for their manipulations. Because they're used to getting away with it, because they're used to labeling the other side as far right, racist, thugs, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Do you see what I'm saying? It is second nature to them to divert, but they need to be called out. This is dodgy. This is dodgy. It feels really dodgy because they're being rejected. So instead of listening to democracy, they're doubling down. It never stacks up. Like what they say and what they do never stacks up. Fool card on the wonk. This is the fool's errand energy that I'm getting here. We have got King of Swords. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, the authority. Burden, sleepless nights. They are crapping themselves. Technical term. It's not, and I'll say this now, it's got nothing to do with Farage or reform or anything like that. What they're crapping themselves about, technical term, is the unraveling of their of the project that they've been working on since, I would say, kind of just before, I think, like, it's round about John Major, to be honest with you, but it wasn't known for that. Blair, definitely. But, like, that sort of ilk, that it's kind of what, rightly or wrongly, what Thatcher was kind of trying to push back on. This insurgence. Two of Cups. Page of Swords. Magician, manifesting. Determination again. This is like, I'm being reminded of the good old-fashioned, the old classic, the Lisbon Treaty, where certain countries like the Republic or era, both, either one, same place, they got a referendum. They said no to the Lisbon Treaty. That was a lovely answer, but we're going to ask you again and continue to ask you again until you say the right answer. It's that sort of mentality here. Page of Swords feels like it's more in the wonk. It's kind of like scattergun BS. Anything to stick. More like gossip, smearing campaigns, that kind of energy. Manifesting, that they want to manifest their goals. Yeah? By any means necessary. Overarching energy, devil. Yeah? Evil. Keeps coming up. Yeah? Underlying energy, Six of Pentacles. Scratch your back, you'll scratch mine. Do you see what, like, it's like, I just don't get it, right? Don't trust your eyes. Don't trust your ears. Don't worry about it. Yeah? You call people out, quite rightly, the media and that kind of stuff, generally speaking, about things that just don't make sense. And every time it's like, oh, you misheard. Oh, you didn't see that. Oh, you didn't. It's all this kind of manipulation and that kind of stuff. I would recommend also, as I've just unfortunately watched it, you only need like 10 minutes. I know, brace yourselves. Go and watch the first 10 minutes or so of Stuttery Starmer's spiel at COP30. It's on YouTube. Go and watch it. Just the first couple of minutes. And listen to the progressives. Quite literally, we need to double down. We need to go faster. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need and mixing it into, but because we're self-righteous and we're the good guys and we're doing the right reasons and the blah, 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 blah. All this kind of, it is literally, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah, it's one of those situations. Just go and watch it. After this, obviously, but you know, go and watch it because it is a masterclass of what we're seeing here. Okay, I'm also being told to use the mixed up tarot here. These are the ones that are left as they are. So some are reversed, some are upright, and unlike these decks, which are all upright and they flap out if they want to. But I'm being told to use this as well and shuffle. And then we'll go to an outcome. This is all going to be tarot, it feels like. I've been told just to use tarot for the... Oh, straight out. Wow. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is them trying to renew, reborn. It's this is going to get, this feels dangerous, to be honest with you, the Ten of Swords in reverse. As I record this, as it's going to be released and that kind of stuff, I would, just as a case study, because I think we're going to start doing this now more and more on this is where I'm kind of being, don't take my word of it kind of thing. Watch the actions. Okay. You've got the protests with Aston Villa still tonight as I record this. Check in on that. Go and watch it live. Go and see, because it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on social media. It'll be left, right, the other. There's 700 alleged police officers. I don't know if it's exactly 700, but it's like 700 police officers there. It's the same ilk as this lot. Yeah, it's the protesters currently, and this is there's evidence now, collective evidence now, that if these people do not get their way, they get temper tantrums, try and stir up crap, try and kind of manipulate the situation, call the other side anything under the sun, to get a reaction, to spark it off. Yeah, we've seen it time and time again, but allegedly their crap don't stink. Yeah, this is what they're trying to redo, reborn. Okay, but they're resisting. They're desperately trying to resist the change that has already happened last year at the November. Okay. Pluto, Aquarius. So this is the inevitable kind of desperation. What will people do out of desperation? Knight of Swords in reverse. They'll lie like hell. Knight of Swords is truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, information, data. Rushing in. In reverse, Page of Swords. Like I said, the gossip, the scattergun, the kind of thing. This is kind of relentless complete. It's almost like it's like anything but like disregard to their own sort of situation. They've got to push. They've got to make it their way or no way. Underlying energy, Empress. This is what they're up against. Truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, like we said here with the King of Swords. The Empress is surrounded by the fruits of their labor, their harvest. What does that mean? What does that really mean? That's the accumulation over your life, okay? So this is, normally this is your skills, your mindset, your knowledge base, your understandings, your concepts, your GCSEs, A-levels, O-levels, driving license, you know, that kind of stuff. Everything you've accumulated, friends, family, blah, 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 okay? Your lived experience. In this reading, the evidence. This is like the collective, not them. This is the truth of the matter. We know it. We see it. Yeah? So the usual tactics don't work anymore, and that's where this frustration is going. This is where it's happening. It's inevitable. Okay? That's why they're panicking. They're burdened. They don't know what to do. King of Pentacles. The stubbornness of it. Not reviewing the value, the worth of the situation. Not reviewing that other people may have other, you know, opinions, as an example. No, stubborn, stampy foot. They're just anything to get the old, like the goals that they want. Anything. Last card. Ace of Wands in reverse. So normally that's the light bulb moment, that aha moment, that kind of clarity, that kind of like spur of inspiration. In this, this is definitely kind of it's just weighed down. Again, this is kind of, they're not light, they're not enlightened, they're burdened, they've got baggage. This is going back again to earlier on in the week where it's like that mobile phone device. They haven't got a signal to God, Spirit, Universe. Yeah? They haven't got that enlightenment. They haven't gone up the hill to get a signal to God, Spirit, Universe, whatever you want to call them. They're in the, you know, they don't have a signal. They don't get it. They don't get inspiration. They don't get inspired. They you know, they're just weighed down, scared of the boogeyman. Yeah? They don't have, like, they just repeat the echo chamber. And so they're creating them, like the echo chamber is creating the boogeyman, if you get it. Because there's no other input. Yeah? There's no other what's the word I'm like there's no other input. Sorry, I was trying to sound profound and brilliant there, but you may have noticed it backfired. you may have noticed it was subtle. So let's see the outcome to this, because it seems to be just a pure tarot, baby. So what is the outcome to this then, please? So, One more. Okay. So, if you're enjoying this, please it generally helps out the channel. If you can, please subscribe and ding-a-ling the bell and hype and do all the lovely YouTube things. It's very, very nice indeed. But this felt very important because I think that we're going to see a lot more of this. So I've been told 5 of this, and then we'll go, right? So we've got outcome, Page of Swords. The lies, the gossip, the smear campaigns, by any means necessary. Yeah? So I've just mucked up now. 10 of Cups. Hawk Lady. Very lovely indeed. This is the Garden of Eden. This feels disconnected. These two over here feel very much like you and me kind of thing. Notice how Hawk Lady, the Garden of Eden that she's building, is nurturing and watering and stuff. She's turned her back to this influence. You know, how many decades, how many years do we have to listen to before we realize it's been lies and manipulation and stupidity and tomfoolery, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, it's that sort of energy here. 10 of Cups is the happier ever after kind of thing. These two cards are reminding me about the two spiritual kind of discussions we had this week, Monday, Tuesday, I think it was, where we were kind of reflecting about what do we truly value, what do we truly this, that, and the other. And by doing this, focusing on what's like, instead of being influenced by this, I hope this is making sense, suddenly we're in the good zone. Yeah, we've suddenly been unburdened by it. However, excuse me, wish coming true. And Two of Pentacles. So the outcome here is this wish coming true is kind of the leveling of the playing field I'm getting here with the Two of Pentacles, the balancing out. If you notice, I'm probably going to lose it somewhere. Oh, well. It was topsy-turvy. Now this is flat. This is kind of like the balancing out. From all this, listen to me, I'm an expert, I'm this, that, and the other, to suddenly, you know, to constantly have this influence and tomfoolery and madness, to suddenly balancing out. It's like if we ignore them, you know, and focus what we want, defending their ground. Four of Swords, calm the F down. That's you and me. This is up here. Yeah? It's weird how we are 4 cards, they're 1. So it's almost as if, even though Labour isn't like, it's been reported are encouraging this already, and no one knows actually how many members they have. They used to have 300 and something, quite a lot of members, and they stopped publishing it last year, I think it was. So it can only be less than that, surely. It's like it's going on deaf ears. And I think the more and more, what I'm getting here, the more and more kind of extreme, and the more they have temper tantrums. Like, look at Lammy just this week, you know, beautiful case study of what we've seen before elsewhere. This is maybe not to an extreme, but we've seen it. This is where it goes. You know, it's finally people getting it now. If there's so much difference between the different parties on the progressive side, why are they all clubbing together? Is a question. Just many questions today. I'm just a fountain of... I don't know about the answers, but, you know. So I am liking the fact how in this reading here, it's just like an irritant. We're fine once we kind of not put power in them anymore. Yeah, it's kind of going back. Whatever you focus on, you manifest. So if you stop kind of looking at them, if you stop giving them empowerment, if you stop giving them the follows, the views, if you stop doing all that, then it takes the wind out their sails. They can't do anything. It's like no one's listening. Yeah. Privileged lady, self-righteous, yes. 10 of Cups. Gift, yes. Focus on what we actually want. What do we want to manifest? Our happily ever after. Nine of Pentacles, imprison. The Nine of Cups. I'm going to come back to that in a sec. Message. And mature man for the balancing out. The imprisonment here is an illusion, especially when it's on Hawk Lady. Okay? We think we're stuck. We think they've got the control. This, and I use this term purposefully, where we have been groomed to think that the government, we have to go to government, we have to go to daddy. Oh, we've got a problem, we've got a concern, we've got an issue, we've got a thing. Oh, we've got to go to daddy. Oh, daddy, can we sort this out? You know, it's that kind of energy. We've been this illusion of we don't have the power ourselves. We have to suckle. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope so. It's an illusion. It's a lie. Why? Because they want the power. They want to progress. They want to keep locking down and controlling and manipulating what goes on in your life. And they can only do it if they make you think you're helpless. The more helpless you feel, the more you'll give away and the more they progress. Yeah? Nine of Pentacles. Focus on what you want to build. Focus on your Garden of Eden. Yeah? Stop giving them power, control. Stop giving them, like I said, give them the vacuum. Take away the energy. Take away what they long for. And suddenly it's an illusion. It's just like it doesn't work. Yeah? Happily ever after. Family life kind of thing. Whatever that may be for you. It's a modern world. Who cares what that looks like? As long as whatever it is for you. You know, happy home, 1111, make a wish kind of thing. Settling down with the missus or the mister or whatever it is for you. Gift. Come on. You've got it. Let's go. The message here feels like a blockage. This here, I'm getting similar to the like an evolution of the Page of Swords. Kind of like, it's almost like spitting feathers. The anger of it. How dare you not listen to us? Who do you think you are? Kind of energy. Yeah, it's that kind of the mask slipping, the venom of it. It's like, who do you think you are not listening to us? Listen to us. Do what we say. Blah, blah, blah. Exposing themselves. Yeah. They haven't got the concept of free will. Yeah. That's the message. Wish coming true. Free will. Manifesting. Yeah. So this feels like a doubling down once we're working towards our wish coming true, our happily ever after. The mature man, it feels like someone of an older generation. Sometimes it's not, but in this instance, it feels like, and I don't mean this in any disrespect, but it feels like someone like a Michael Patillo, if he's not on a train, if he's not too busy in the dining car. It feels like that David, what's his face, historian, as an example. It feels someone of a slightly older generation, kind of reminding, like my generation and younger, like it wasn't like this before, to help balance it out. Not from a left, right, up, down, blah, blah, blah kind of way, but in a reminding sort of way, in a non-patronizing sort of way, and that kind of balances out the situation. So while they're spitting venom and really kind of showing their true colors, Lammy, Rayner, Reeves, streeting on every other Sunday, my goodness, how he can spin on a dime from like anger, anger, anger to suddenly, oh, butter wouldn't melt. You can see it live on air as he's doing the media rounds, showing their followers are doing the same. But this feels like, and I know this is patronizing and stuff, but it feels like coming around the campfire for a story. Yeah, this is what it used to be like, kids. This is how it used to be. And that kind of thing. Okay. Overarching energy, official person. Do you see what I'm saying? This is that. Yeah. Underlying energy, house. I don't like house. What happens behind closed doors kind of thing. House feels as if like skeletons in the closet. Don't look here kind of thing. The official person, there is something, and I'm not connected to this person, even though it feels like they're all from the same cloth, as it were, if you get me. So it would be like a Michael Patillo type person. If he was still around, bless him, because I did have a lot of time for him, it would have been like a Charles Kennedy from what was he? He was Lib Dems, wasn't he? I had a lot of time for him because he wasn't like the usual cut, if you get me. He like he could see from different point of view and can explain from different points of view and that kind of stuff. It was I liked him. It's like for the right reasons kind of energy with him. But it's that sort of energy here from the same cut. This feels as if there's a lot of skeletons in the closet. And this is not just parties. This is not just government decisions. This feels like scandals. And I think this is what the elite of these people are worried about. Because they see where it's going in America. And if a tenth of that happens over here, they're screwed personally. The laws that should have been executed yonks ago to hold people accountable, it's got that sort of energy about it. That's their ultimate worry right now, is if the rebellions happen, they're up a certain creek without a paddle because of what's behind closed doors. Right. So I think we're it feels at the moment it ain't gonna go anywhere. No matter what this happens, it to be honest with you, it feels as if the amount of people who did not vote last time, I think what they're really worried about is like Brexit too. And what I mean by that is that the ones who don't even vote normally, all of them come out. Everyone comes out. There is just like unbelievable amounts of people to the point where none of this shenanigans even matters, if you get me. It feels like that's the wave, and it's primarily from reminding people how it used to be. Because remember, and I don't mean this in a patronizing way or anything like that at all, it's like I know no different. Yeah, I was too young really about Blair. Okay, I was like came up there. Okay, this is the way it's supposed to be, kind of thing, and it's continued on. It's the generation above me who like knew Thatcher, if you get me, and knew John Major, and so on. So it's like, So the people younger than me know no different. I know no different. It's only from like listening to other people about how it used to be, as it's like, hold on, why is it like this now? And the questioning's, it's that kind of thing. So for some reason, I picked up the prediction deck. I don't know. I was about to leave, and I was like, actually, the prediction deck wants to say something. So I genuinely don't know where this fits in, but I was told to pick it up and do, and I do that because I'm scared otherwise. Oh, okay. Oh, this is different. Okay, so what's happened is that for some reason when I cut the deck, I came into 3 piles here. I'm just being told to turn them over. So, public life burnout. We know the data. We know the evidence. Security. See what I mean? But what's behind closed doors? There's the evidence all there that they wouldn't let go. They wouldn't allow the system to work. Good outcome. Okay? So, I hope that at least breathe, chill, is going to be all right. So no matter how determined they are, good outcome. Okay? Burnt out, completely exposing themselves, mask slips, like Lammy over and over and over again kind of mentality. Like, just think that, yeah? And keep following the case studies. I think this is the best way of doing it. Is like as a case study, COP30 speech, as a case study, this, that, and the other. Because if we don't like join the dots ourselves, then we're just going to be kind of mixed up with the madness of it all. And this is, I'm glad to see that kind of following my own intuition this week is kind of, it's like coming out in the reading here as well. So yeah, that's a bit of a relief. Okay, but it's a fool's errand. It ain't going to go anywhere. It's going to be a good outcome. Bodies are hidden many places. Lots of documents that they don't want certain people to get hold of. But it's inevitable at this point. All right. So until next time where we do this crazy shit. Oh yeah, YouTube, thummy, like, blah, blah, blah. Comment down below if you're reading along, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, until next time when we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.